Denny is an easy person to meet. He's very friendly. He's very above board. He's very open.
He is the most interesting, generous, kind personality that I have ever met. His impact has been exceptional, particularly in San Diego and elsewhere.
I was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, went to the University of Minnesota. I stayed in Minnesota, started a chemical business, high-tech chemicals for the construction industry, and that was successful. And I helped a friend out of a divorce by buying a small bank out in South Dakota, and we got into the credit card business. People that have lost their credit, usually because of a health issue or a divorce or loss of job. We've got 4 million of those customers today, and a very successful company. It gives me the funding for a lot of philanthropic causes, such as I've done at UC San Diego and a lot of other programs.
The first time I met Denny Sanford was just after he had made a $30 million gift to help establish the Sanford Consortium for Regenerative Medicine. What we have here is a building full of really smart people from multiple institutions. You bring people from different disciplines together. Interesting things always happen.
Denny has this innate understanding of how things work. And when he first started the Sanford Consortium for Regenerative Medicine, it was not strictly UC San Diego, Sanford Burnham Prebys, Scripps Research. It was 5 institutions coming together for everyone on the Mesa who's interested in stem cell research. No other city, no other institution was able to do that.
Stem cells are the medicine of the future, truly. Every type of disease has a potential of being solved by stem cells. And we've got some of the best researchers in the world located right here in San Diego and a part of UC San Diego.
If you think of how our tissues get formed, the stem cells are at the beginning of that. Denny has allowed us to go back the way and say, where do these problems start? And if you start at the beginning, you're able to find really interesting solutions. And that's remarkable, to find the full trajectory of discovery science. So we go from the initial discovery all the way to fruition clinically. That's extremely unusual. We've managed to get a couple of FDA-approved drugs that help people with a precancerous condition called myelofibrosis and acute leukemia, double survival for people with acute leukemia.
One of the most interesting programs we developed through Kat Jamison is to create a program with NASA. So we're studying stem cells in space.
When we send stem cells into space through our NASA-funded grant, what we're looking at is how stem cells behave in space in real time. What you see behind us is the bioreactor that we developed to be able to operate our experiments in space, and it's actually the first experiment of tumor organoids in space ever done, and it was the first time the microscope had ever been used to image live cells. We really want to keep going on this trajectory because we think the sky is no longer the limit with Denny helping us again as the rocket fuel for these experiments, but also to get rid of that sense of nihilism that things aren't possible. We wouldn't have discovered any of these new therapies or diagnostics or new approaches to tackling really tough diseases without Denny.
Beyond that, I've created a program a couple years ago for med students to teach them empathy and compassion. And that program has worked out extremely well. The school is very happy with it. I'm very happy with it.
We want to transform medical education by making it clear that skills in empathy and compassion are not just what doctors want to do, but what they can do more readily, and in so doing, really make life better for them and for their patients.
This opportunity presented itself to do research in a way that I had never heard of, never seen before, and it really grabbed me and really inspired me. And I think going forward, not only as a resident, but as a future physician, I really do hope to continue studying compassion in some way. It's kind of what I think I want to build my career around in terms of medical education, is finding ways to bring compassion training in and increase the amount that not only students are receiving, but providers are receiving, nurses are receiving, everyone on the care team is receiving, because it is something that's really important for not only us as medical students, but everyone who's caring for the patient.
The experience of going to medical school at UCSD has been pretty dramatically augmented by the presence of the Sanford Institute. There is this really significant presence and thread of empathy and compassion and mindfulness being woven into this experience of being a medical student, and something that is repeatedly being highlighted as being important, I think just changes the way that we relate to medical education in general. And I feel very grateful that I get to be a part of that process and be a part of an institution that prioritizes those things, because unfortunately, that's not always the case.
The Dalai Lama is one of the greatest teachers in the world. He taught me everything. It got me interested and excited about making a change in people's lives with compassion.
The thing that I found most significant with Denny's philanthropic activities is that he stays totally engaged, and he expects others to share the same desire and the same goals to really achieve a greater good.
When he decides he wants to be part of something, he sticks with it. He doesn't write out a check and walk away. He wants to be a booster. He wants to be a partner in helping with the money end of things, but also making connections that the group may not have had the opportunity to make connections with somebody.
He, through his judgment, ingenuity, and ability, has created a significant fortune. The responsibility he feels to his fellow mankind means that he should use that fortune to benefit others.
UC San Diego is a great ally to work with because they get things done, and that's unusual. I've worked with several universities around the country and around the world, but UC San Diego is exceptional in that regard.
Denny's philanthropy has been transformational for UC San Diego and for San Diego. So to Denny, I want to say, Denny, a very simple, heartfelt thank you for everything you've done for San Diego and especially for UC San Diego. We all appreciate your support.